Hi, Cameron.
Hi, Carol.
Thank you for agreeing to this quick interview. You are very inspiring to me, and I know you will be to our SEB friends. So we're going to jump right in. You and I had become friends when you started at SEB. You have a lot of cool hobbies. You whittle and you make things that I think is amazing. And I saw you in the hallway. This is pre-COVID, and I said, as we do, "Hey, Cameron, how are you? What's going on?" And you said something, and I was like this. What did you tell me?
I had just a few days before that been diagnosed with glaucoma and cataracts due to some surgeries that I had had a while back, um, and was told that I needed to prepare to lose my vision.
And then, Cameron, if you remember, there was a beat. And then you said, since I won't be able to do this job without eyesight, what did you say?
I said that I was going to go back to school and become a teacher.
And you smiled just like you are now about that. So tell us, how are you health wise? And then we want to hear about your teaching journey.
Yeah. My vision's continued to degrade over the last year and a half ish, um, and it's progressive. Fortunately, it's slow progress, but it's moving in that direction nonetheless. I have an appointment coming up with a surgeon to talk about cataract surgery, probably in the next year or so. Um, but there's nothing they can do for the glaucoma. It's just medication and hope that delay is long enough.
And we should tell people, where do you work? How long have you been at SEB? I forgot to do that.
Oh yeah, I'm in construction and design. So I work with Pete Storley and Michael Zwiefel and Angie Mosher and John Ebner.
You have a really amazing team. And
Yes.
you are in your school journey, and tell us about that, and tell us about a typical day in your life.
Yeah, I'm about a year in school, and I've got a little over a year left to go before I start student teaching. And then uh, my typical day right now is I start work at about 7:30, 8 o'clock until 5, and then 5:30 some days. And then I take about a half hour to an hour and eat dinner with my family, and then I study until midnight.
And when we chatted a couple weeks ago, you just were having a great time within your classes and what you were learning. And tell me how far you are into the program, and when will you become a teacher?
Like I said, I'm about a year in and a little over a year to go before my student teaching. Student teaching will be 3 months. And then hopefully I'll get a job quickly after that.
What kind of
At
teacher? What kind of teacher?
social studies, secondary education. So middle school, high school, social studies.
I thought those were always the coolest teachers.
I think so.
Yeah, taught cool things. Can I ask you about a term you taught to me called bitter barn?
Yes. So after I was diagnosed, I had spent a little time feeling sorry for myself, a day or so, and then as always, realized that I was throwing a little bit of a pity party in the bitter barn, and the goal is always to not set up residence there, and we all need to grieve a little bit and learn to let things go, but not hang out in that bitter barn.
Pretty amazing, your mindset around it, Cameron. And when we talked a couple weeks ago, I was really nosy about how is your eyesight now, and how that must impact your studying. Like, what do you see, and how do you read, like all of that?
Yeah, reading has definitely become much more challenging. Um, there's My eyes are kind of constantly filmed over a little bit. Like my glasses are always dirty, but I can never get them clean.
Mhm.
Um, some spots that are looks like my glasses are scratched, but again, they're just doesn't go away even when I take them off. And it makes it challenging to read. I have trouble focusing on lines of words and text, and find myself rereading sentences multiple times just to capture understanding. But I've found some tips and tricks to help with that. Things like screen readers and magnifiers
Right.
and audiobooks have been super helpful.
And there's some of us that will read books. We know how to do that. We'd be happy to do that for you. Let
Well,
us know.
hopefully we all know how to read books, but
No, but I mean,
out loud is a different monster.
take them for you.
Yes.
Cameron, it is a delight and to know you, and thank you for sharing your inspiring story. I've thought of it many times because it wasn't just that you are heading this adversity head, like that you're just facing it, but you're pivoting your life to something that you're excited about, and that seems really remarkable.
I am. I get more and more excited every week that goes by. Just being in classes and the idea of getting to live out this dream that I had when I was in high school, but
Mhm.
life took a different path, and I ended up where I am. And now that things changed, it gave me an opportunity to kind of throw caution to the wind and try that dream that I never got to fulfill.
Well, you're going to fulfill that. And we are going to be thrilled to celebrate your graduation and be sad when that comes for us. But Michael, I've chatted with him and your team. Love you. And SE Beers, we send our love to you all the time through this. And if you ever need anything, let us know. But Cameron, thanks for the inspiration.
And thank you.
Bitter Barn. Bitter Barn. Thanks again.
Thanks.